Am I invisible?
Sir! A letter for you!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
See what it says here? Postage paid. Won't weasel any coin out of me. Now scram.
I knew I should have wiped dirt on that stamp. Bumbotch!
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint. I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into. Slower.
Ah. Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair.
Slow now.
One false move and you will regret
Sir!
it.
Come to me, please! Approach!
My eyes were not deceived, yet so far south. You, sir, of all folk in all your fame.
Mm-hmm. Me. South in all my fame.
Ah, I've heard so much. Why, when Master Dandelion tarried in Beauclair, not a day passed without him baying out a ballad in admiration of your deeds.
Yeah, unwelcome little habit of his. But, what can I do for you?
You see, my betrothed, Francois Le Goff, vowed in my honor to bring me the head of the horrid beast they call Bertore.
Couldn't have gotten you a bouquet, some sweets in a bag?
Witcher, sir, you jest. A love most true demands proof through heroic deeds dedicated to the heart's captor. But alas, Francois has been gone a fortnight. Thus I must plead with you to see what's become of him. Could you? Would you?
Rarely my wont to turn down a damsel in distress. Even less so when there's a prize involved.
Ah, naturally. Why, you, sir, are no knight-errant, but a guildsman, an expert. How much would you need? Master, forgive me, but you ask much too much. A few crowns less. Yes, that amount I am prepared to pay.
Do my damnedest to get your fiancé back safe and sound. Just, mind telling me where to look for him?
I forget you come from afar and do not know our land. They say Groturi has its lair in the caves at the foot of the Gorgon Hills.
That close to the city? Telling me no bold souls have ventured out to defeat the beast?
Quite the contrary. Plenty have, but none's returned. My concern is well founded.
I see. All right. High time I set off.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine, while some witcher guards the common folk.
If only I had a coin for a few coppers for bread, please, sir.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dol Nevde. Professor's journal is long gone. Glory be to somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it, trail breaks off. Wonder if the Grave Robber learned more than I did. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Jensen will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dol Nevde, Valley of the Nine. site marked on the map's all wet now. Solnatur flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Quarry once lay. Need to explore the location. Go, go! Come on. Move it. Slow now. Whoa. Faster. That's it. Let's go. this place has in store. Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got.
Shit.
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers. Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Did it.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Gargoyles sure don't look willing to help.
What you guessed? Intruder! You are not welcome here.
Just keeps getting better. Right, now to find the next portal. Started. Damn it, back where I started. Damn it, wrong again. Could be some clue around here. right. Now to find the next portal. Now to find the next portal. Must be where Moreau had his lab. Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals. Just need to pick an entry.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice. Each mutation I applied, it seemed, the contraption. Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity.
Seen. Must have kept his son in here. Grim. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? This crystal must go here. All crystals in place. Show me what you got. Just need to pick an entry.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Seen enough. Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Need your eggs. Full gear. Gotta drop my armor, leave my weapons. Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Come on.
Stole my brother's sling. Will you go rat hunting with me? My foo-foo out!
Oh, where you walking, dimwit? Get up. You're up for a blow.
Ow!
I need good victuals. Don't crowd around. Suited to a voyage at sea. Our blood's worth less than wine. Think I'm catching someone.
That's it, Roach. Come on, Roach.
Witchett, I've a matter of prime urgency.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivienne shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivienne emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night,
She ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Sound you heard. She might have just...
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up...
Notice any other strange behavior?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk. That she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting. Her father, a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
Hardly a regular job, this. Not often.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. I have comrades I can ask. Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine. I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Roach could use some wind in her mane. Let's go for a ride.
Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round...
Ah, a perfect...
Like you to crap. So long. Crafts. so...
Good tidings?
Who do my eyes espy, if not Boars? Where have you
Truly,
observed these things?
to send a witch is the best.
The gods have sent a as punishment for our sins. We have
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite the challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points, for now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Run, Roach. Let's go! Faster.
Will you give it another go? I can set out more dummies.
No harm in going... Let's go! Slow now. Slow now. Whoa.
So, have you had...
Had enough.
Where to now?
Time for some target.
Good, come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
Agreed! And last, Trampana! Wisdom lies... Ow! Ow!
Hit the red targets. Once more?
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? She's not mine. Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good. Ooh! Oh.
Ah! Hey, you grey-haired chit!
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the Ducal Archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast.
That's the Honorable Ravix will do.
You may now take the shields bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what?
I swear on her grace's...
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney. You have also been...
This makes not so close.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn knight?
All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the 22?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Rainfan of Atre. I saw him just a moment.
Guessing that's against the rule.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
Never turn down a round of Gwent.
must regret beating you. But...
Fair knights, I salute you! The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me. You have sworn your vow.
Behold Horm Akispark of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him, new blood, and Seraphix of Forehorn. The targets he must with his quarrels thread. May the better man. Brave Seraphix has hit over one half of his marks. Will he manage to prevail? Are these glories first sparks? Seraphix jumps ahead, leaves the... Seraphix has won! His boat struck the goal! Yet even this cannot soothe the ache in his soul.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Thank you, my lady. My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go.
Yeah, let's go now.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big. Jar of concealing ointment.
Thou hast done
powerful magic at work here.
Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like...
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme. Oriole feather. Vivian keep a bird as a pet? No sign of it here, if so.
Someone approaches. Quickly!
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here. Why were you in there? The flower of chivalry.
Behold, gallant knights and ladies decorous, gaze at the host assembled before us. Look upon chivalry's best and most storied. Come from far lands, here to seek glory. Hear now their names as I shout them aloud. Savor their titles, of their presence be proud. Halmarin, the Baron of Longfall. Linus of Metida. Renfarn of Atra. Horm Akaspark of Mecht. Godimir of Troy. Guy de Boisfren, in service to the Duchess. Delwyn of Craigyow. Count Tai of Dondal. Ansay of Lilia and Rivia a Prince. Graphics of Forhorn. For Gregoire of Mount Gorgon, let out a roaring cheer. The faint flower of silence, tawny champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure, shall face a Gregoire in a challenge severe. Does ignorance demand a bard in the seat? Does someone need to...
Yes, I do, if you please.
Ere the suns from the clouds retire?
Any chance you could say it normally?
Not at all. Ere before the gates you must guide your each dummy felt and each true shot.
Yep, all clear now.
Graphics of Forhorn. Is that what you call yourself? You shan't fool me. But don't you remember? I am Tai of Dorntal, and I swear to...
Done. Then step aside. You're in my way.
The Tony's protector, the mate Vivian.
My heart's greetings, dear knights. May my grace guide you and show you the accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight. Ladies and gentlemen of lineage illustrious, soon steed before us, sir. He's up! We the thunderous roar, whose mouth the ground. No legion of drummers could make such a sound. I shall be famous one day, as famous as you. failure, a loss, a tragic trip. Let us hope.
Come with me to the feast. We shall await
Lead the way.
So? Any thoughts on Vivienne?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I...
Still too early to say anything. I'd managed to figure one thing out. She uses power.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Only guessing right now. Found some clues. Got me wondering if your beloved Vivienne's not a Bruxa.
A Bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
Not sure yet.
We've still some time before Vivienne arrives.
Sorry. Dropped something.
I demand satisfaction.
And twice the ought to be in.
You refuse to duel?
How long you gonna make me wait? 3-0, Ty. Might want to give some serious thought.
I shall kick.
You got your chance.
We shall meet.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration. Yet, after a time thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your... The group melee shall take place on the morrow. Glory! The best among you shall have the honor, the famed Gregoire de Gourgon.
Celebrate, make merry, revel, and...
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your...
That grey-domed scoundrel, ever seeking Lady Vivienne, some kind of maniac.
Strange. Was sure I'd find her here. Vanished, melted into thin air. And that bird. She a Bruxa? Flew off. Worth going after. Looks like the bird's leading me somewhere. flew off over the hill. Might be quicker to pass through the cave.
Witcher.
Lady Vivienne? Counted on me getting lost.
I did. I thought you no different from the knights. Good at tourneys, hopeless in the face of true danger. I was mistaken.
So you're not actually a Bruxa?
A what?
Suspicion I had, that you might be a vampire. Certain details seemed to confirm it. Then I changed my mind. Anyway, unimportant. Hear you come to this clearing often.
This is where it all began. And as I was not able to evade you, save myself from you, then I wanted that.
Want what done?
While you are a Witcher, you were hired to kill me, were you not? Then do so, now. And do it quickly, I beg you. I shan't resist.
Witchers only hunt monsters. And even then, not all. You're no monster.
Then what am I to your eyes?
Most likely you've been cursed. Don't know who by or why yet, but hope to find that out soon.
If you've no contract on my life, why take an interest at all? Did Guillaume put you up to it? Is that why?
He wanted to help you. Asked me to do him a favor. Frankly, if I can do something for you, I'll do it, willingly.
Why should I trust you?
'Cause the Duchess trusts me? 'Cause I'm a freak, too? 'Cause cases like yours are my bread and butter? Take your pick.
You shall not turn on me. Use what I say against me. You shall not tell anyone?
I will be discreet.
You mock me.
No, it's just... You want reassurances. Too many. If you want my help, you've got to trust me. Won't peep a word to anyone, unless I decide someone needs to be let in on your secret.
So be it. I shall tell you what my mama once told me. When she was with child, expecting me, she and my father spent much time together near the wood. He and Mama loved to listen to the orioles sing. She would stroke her belly and say, "My daughter should be as beautiful as that bird." But a creature dwelt in the wood who envied my parents their happiness. One day it appeared before them to say the whole wood belonged to it. It demanded payment. And when my parents said that they had nothing, it claimed their unborn daughter as its own.
Parents ever describe the creature?
They called it a nymph born of the deep woods, with no mother or father. But I was too young, too distraught by the curse's onset to ask after.
What happened after that?
Nothing at first. I came into the world a perfectly normal child, and my parents forgot that day's events. But 15 summers into my life. But now it's advanced so that even in daytime I must use magic ointment to mask its symptoms, to look normal. Thus I thought someone had discovered my secret, then hired you to kill me. In fact, I was resigned to death in coming here. Perhaps death would be preferable to my complete...
Ointment you use includes a potent magic ingredient. You don't have the immunity mages have. Use heavy doses, or normal doses too long, and it...
I sensed this. The very reason I knew I would have to give it up.
The curse. It could be reversible. Once ran into a baron transformed into a cormorant, ostensibly for good. Managed to cure him completely.
And you truly think you could do something like this for me?
Can't guarantee a thing. Tough case, yours. You were cursed before birth. That alone complicates things. Also, you claim the curse is increasing its hold. Symptoms are progressing. Could try transferring the curse.
What? Out of the question. I shall not allow it to ruin an innocent life. Is this the only method you know?
Only one that's completely safe.
So there is another.
All right, there is another. Ancient ritual. We'd need an Oriole egg. Should release the curse's grip permanently. Gotta warn you, though. Could have serious consequences.
Consequences? What kind?
Curse was cast before you came into this world. Ritual involved transferring it to an as-yet unhatched chick. You'd be free. Thing is, you could be left with the average lifespan of an Oriole.
7 years. I understand. Alas, every rose has its thorn, and there are no happy endings. Yet, truth be told, I never thought I would get one. I came here prepared to die, yet you wish to give me 7 years of life. Real life, free life.
I see why. I understand. Don't have to decide just yet. Think it through.
I will. They must miss me at the tourney grounds by now. Shall we? Return.
Think I'll stay here a little longer.
As you wish. Then I shall see you on the morrow.